I've got skills, they don't know where to use me. I'm like the best dressed dude at the nude beach. Nice to meet you. I am more the quiet type, I tend to be a shyer guy.
Hey, yo. How's it going, everybody? Hey, it's Bug from Bug Hunter. I'm wearing a shirt and a hat. It's different. Hey, folks. It's Bug. It's from Bug Hunter. I'm doing a stream. It's Wednesday. I was doing something else like 30 seconds ago, and I was like, yep, I gotta do a stream. So, I didn't forget. I didn't forget the stream. I just kind of forgot it was Wednesday. That's kind of the problem. This week has not had many anchors in what day it is. But I did remember that it is Mars's birthday. So, happy birthday, Mars. That's I See the Island for anybody who isn't aware. Mars, you don't have to post any links today. Just sit back. Just watch. So here's what I do. I stream. I sing music. I play my songs. That's weird. And then I chit chat and talk about things. I have more to talk about than I usually do because I have an album coming out in about a week. So if you have questions about that, get them ready. I am increasingly unable to hold back information about the album as it gets closer and closer because I'm just too excited. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play some songs. I had an idea for what I was going to play on this stream, but it's Mars' birthday, so Mars can just decide whatever Mars wants to hear, barring unreleased music. No birthday can overcome that, but any released Bug Hunter song, Mars can go ahead and dictate whatever. But here's what we got. Mars is here, Emily is here, lied to everybody, said not gonna be here, but is here. Shadow's here, musical dash trash is here, Darth Moonbear, my dad is here, which means my mom is here, Lava is here, Ketsoya, Lizzie Smith, Carried Coin, Nikita, we got Miles, David Toe, appearance, new profile pic, David. Lucas is here. We got the biggest of men. It was the biggest of men. It was the worst of men. It was the biggest of men. It was the mice of men. We got Kyland. We got Cornfield Cryptid, and Jay Stacy is here. A Blair, Cold Snail. Yeah. Apparently, that's been David's profile picture for a long time. What can you do? That's life. John Fluffles is here. Poppy is here. Yay! Ethan Gibble's here. Cool. Mars, what do you want to hear? This is your stream. So, I'm ready. So I'll just say what I was gonna. Well, no, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna play in case Mars decides other things. But Swallow Gum, yeah, sure. Let's just celebrate the lead up to a new album by just playing a song that you've only heard if you come to my YouTube streams. Cool. This is a song that was on an old album that I wrote from before Bug Hunter. So you might not recognize this if you only know Bug Hunter music. So I released this song in 2015, and I have since rewritten it. So this is the rewritten Bug Hunter version of it that I have yet to put on an album. And it's about writer's block. It's called Swallowing Gum. I'm feeling colorless, my stubbornness has always blocked my course, when all I needed was a little shove to help me out the door. All the greens and blues and happy hues are right behind the blinds that I have closed. But that's the sweetness on my board to creep below the cracks and to remind me there's a window, and that window has a latch, but I am holding up a level is yourself. Replace the uppercuts with paper cuts, cause both will hurt like hell. You both have someone in your corner who will tell you, you got this in the bag. But to land the hooks and dodge the blocks, you have to mix it up. Keep them on their toes where no one knows what you are thinking of. When the audience is sure you're gonna zig, that's when you gotta punch them in the head. And I'm swallowing gum lodged in my throat. Spit out my words, or damn it, I'll choke. I'm swallowing gum. And I'm not exactly Mozart, but it matters where you look. I may not know where all the notes are, but his lyrics weren't as good, so I'll compose myself and hope it helps to write for nothing other than fun. And I'm swallowing gum lodged in my throat. Spit out my words, or damn it, I'll choke. I'm swallowing gum. And I'm swallowing gum lodged in my trachea. Who'd have thought it'd take that much to wake me up? The way it's stuck and shaking up my arm. And I'm swallowing gum lodged in my throat. Spit out my words, or damn it, I'll choke. I'm swallowing gum. I'm swallowing gum. That's Swallowing Gum, for anybody who hasn't heard it. It's a good song. It's just old and new. So, yeah, I'm really happy with where it's at right now. Yeah, it's not going to be, so for people who know Surge of Confidence, Headlights was rewritten and put on Bigger Than Myself. And I've rewritten The Chase, I've rewritten Swallowing Gum. Both songs are now, they have Bug Hunter versions that exist. But the both, I think, were early on kind of in contention to be on this album, but with a vague sense of what the album was going to be to begin with. But in the end, I ended up writing something different in what I wanted for Happiness. It's called Happiness. Just happiness, nothing else. Here, I'll show you all let me get out of the way. I'll show you all the album cover for the new album coming out a week from Friday. It's called Happiness, without a catch. Anyways, that song's not going to be on it. Sorry about that. But if you liked it, we'll get it out there eventually. We just, these things take time. It's so rough. Every time I write a song and I'm like so excited about it, I know I'm like a year and a half from being able to like put it out into the world just because of the way that it works. I was sitting on Shocking Plot Twist since January 2022. That was a full 18 months, isn't it? Year and a half. That was a difficult one, but I'm glad that I did. And here's why it takes a year and a half. It's like logistically, yes, I could write a song, I could go to my microphone and I could like work all day long and I could record it and I could go to Kyle and Jesse and be like, hey, do you think in like the next 2 weeks you could get me parts for this? And both of them could do that, and then I could mix it all together. That'd take I could do it in a day. I could do it. I think from writing a song to having it like on, like, let's even cut out like distributors and Spotify. I could just upload it to a Dropbox and get like put a link up there. I could probably do it realistically in 2 weeks. But here's the thing. Sometimes songs gotta cook a little bit. Sometimes I gotta roll around my head for months or years before they're good. Like if I had just fired Disco in the Panic Room, Be Glad I Love You, Shocking Plot Twist. If I just fired those, like as soon as I wrote the first draft of them onto the internet, y'all wouldn't be listening to Bug Hunter because no one would know who I was because those songs weren't very good when they started. So it takes a little time. Shocking Plot Twist, I sat on a version of it for like probably 9 to 10 months and then came back and was like, I want this on the album. I know I want it on the album. Let me fix it. The third verse of it, it's kind of more of a bridge now, but it's the part where it's like, but instead of being shocked by the imminent apocalypse, that whole sequence with the pesky vegetarian, Harry's very nemesis, that was all in the rewrite. There was a very similar story beat that happened in that third verse, but it was kind of just repeated the same melody and like chords as the first two, and it wasn't as engaging. So so let's do a little cozy Q&A. I have an album coming out in like a week, so ask me questions about it. Maybe I'll answer them. I already see one question. What inspired you to shift from person life songs to story-based ones? So to kind of address the premise of the question, switching from personal songs to story-based ones. So even the personal songs are definitely stories in a lot of ways. I say it in bragging, I might exaggerate to try to sound cool, or even Toddler the Slingshot has a parallel line that says, "You pay me to exaggerate, I think I've done enough of turning bummers into heartaches and crushes into love." And that's I amplify things as a songwriter, right? You can take something that, like, for all I know, this was my perception of things, right? The lady on the airplane, McCracken, right? I was watching this, but like, I didn't ask her. I didn't say, "Hey, is this someone that you used to know and now you love?" And I could see that she was like, I wasn't lying about, like, she was retyping things and clearly, like, wanting to phrase things correctly. And it was my perception that what I was seeing was what I was seeing, but. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe she was just, it was like her coworker, and she was just like, "Hey, I need the report on my desk." So I would say a lot of what the personal songs they're still stories. I take bits and pieces from my life and from other people's lives, and kind of smash them together into songs that are interesting. So, but. There has been a shift in that this album is more clearly story based, and that's intentional. I have started kind of referring to the viewpoint of the songs as the narrator rather than me. I think, and it is just an important distinction. I think I'll say, like, maybe if I was talking about "Be Glad I Love You," I'd say, "Oh, me in that song, didn't shave my beard. I did go over my handlebars, and I did smash my face into the, it wasn't dirt, it was the road, but dirt rhymed better." I would say me when I was talking about, like, the character in the song. And for this album, I have actually been saying the narrator a lot more, because like, even Too Bad, Too Bad and a Ghost, Neighbor Guy, I don't really refer to Neighbor Guy as me as much as I refer to him as the narrator. So anyways, and it's because I don't know, I feel like I'm good at telling stories, and I have wanted to kind of take a stab at, like, can I put together a plot that is spun from just my imagination, rather than, like, writing down exactly what happened. There's a lady on a plane, and I saw her writing an email, and here's my takeaway. Am I capable of actually, instead of turning mundane things into stories, can I turn nothing into stories? And I think the answer is yes, because if you like Too Bad, Too Bad and a Ghost, and you like shocking plot twists, and you like Platonic Best Friend, there's more in that kind of realm, I think, on this album. I really think that this album is very much inspired by Pine Cones, in the absurdity of Pine Cones and the humor of Pine Cones has I have leaned into, I think, on this album. So if you like that song, then anyways, I think you'll like this album. So more questions. All right, David, have you ever received any especially great or memorable gifts, birthday or otherwise? I'm a hard gift person. I really am, because partially because I get to do what I love for a living, which means that, like, I don't know. I just, when people ask me what I want, like my birthday's on Saturday, and Ladybug has been asking me like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, I genuinely like, I cannot like picture, I cannot imagine like her putting something in front of me and me opening it and being like, "Yes, this is what I want." Because I don't know, I just like I got so many things in my life that I'm just so happy about, and Bug Hunter takes up so much of my time that you know, I have a guitar. I can sit on the floor and write a song, and I have, you know, I could get like, I don't know. There's little things like my capo's kind of falling apart. Like there's little things like that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, I'm a hard person to get gifts for. So I've been getting a lot of gifts on the road, which I love. I have a little shrine of Catterbugs on my. I have a merch shelf of just. I've been packing orders, but one of the shelves I just converted into, because I needed a space for all the Catterbugs that people make me. Most of them are crocheted. There's a few made. There's one made of wood. There's one made of seashells. There's one that's like a pick. It holds like guitar picks in each of the little pockets on it. There's one giant one. And so I always love getting those. Those are really meaningful to me because I designed the Catterbug logo, and so to have kind of that artistic representation of my work be something like tangible that people can make. There was some fan art in the Discord today of me like walking a little Catterbug on a leash, and just to know, like, when I like thought about like, okay, I'm gonna make this band. It's gonna be called Bug. Later on, I'm gonna call it Bug Hunter, and having this little guy, just this little guy, be my logo. I don't think he's facing the right way. There we go. He was looking the wrong direction. And have it be kind of this like very simple little 3 circles, 2 lines, to be like recognizable as like Bug. I was just like, oh man, that was the dream, and it like came true. So, there's a lot of good questions. Wow. Sir Timothy wants to know, what song do you have the most fun playing? I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing Shocking Plot Twist on the road. Currently though, Too Bad, Too Bath and a Ghost is so fun. There's so many different parts to it. There's so many like fun crowd participation moments. The sing-alongs for Too Bad, Too Bath are just outrageous. Too Bad, Too Bath this last month has done better than McCracken, which is crazy. I really thought in like even 2019, 2020, 2021, I was like, I will never write a song that beats Dear McCracken. Like, I'll just have to live with the fact that Dear McCracken is just like, that is my biggest song, and everything else will just kind of live in its shadow, and that's fine. Then immediately, like the end of 2021, Disco actually overtook McCracken in kind of monthly streams, and then eventually in overall streams. And Too Bad, Too Bath just overpassed like the last month. Like Too Bad, Too Bath has like 300 more streams than McCracken. Just on a pure monthly basis. So, and McCracken hasn't gone down. Too Bad, Too Bath has just kind of kept growing. It's been a year and a half for that one too. So, what is the name of your favorite new song? I don't have a favorite. I really don't. I really like them all. They all play a role in the album, and they're all so different. I've been making lyric videos for all the songs this week, and it's crazy how this is my 5th album that I've made, my 4th for Bug Hunter, and I'm still like, these songs don't sound like anything else that I've made. So anyways, oh man, oh no, the thing skipped. Celeste wants to know, how much time per day do you spend on the Discord? I don't have any dedicated time to the Discord. I just have it up on one of my monitors or on my phone, and there's only a few rooms that I actually have like notifications turned on for. If you want to know what they are, it's new music chat, or now it's called Happiness Without a Catch chat, and the bug out room, because I love when people talk about my board game that I designed. It's called Bug Out, and then I think that might be it for right now. There's the lyric unscramble room that I have notifications on because people are working on unscrambling the lyrics to one of the new songs. So, Biggest of Men, what's your opinion on my favorite song of yours, Boomerang? That is very cool that's your favorite song. That is the oldest song that I ever wrote. It was the 22nd song that I ever wrote in my life, back when I could keep track of that. And 1 through 21 have never been like published in any meaningful way. So it's like technically like the oldest song that exists that you can actually like hear of Bug Hunters. So I guess I peaked very early for the biggest of men. But yeah, I really like Boomerang. I think it's a very simple little love song. And yeah, I like the lyrics. I like the sound. I like the chords. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. It hasn't been one that I've been looking at revisiting like the other ones have, just because I think it's a little simple, and I don't exactly know what I would add to it to make it more bug huntery. But I like it. Yeah, most people don't really talk about Boomerang a lot, so I'm glad that you like it. Dun, 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 dun. Mars, what Bug wants for his birthday is to release a great album that everyone loves, so it'll be just slightly belated. Yeah, if y'all could, yeah, here's what I want for my birthday. If y'all could just blow this album up and just share it with everybody that you've ever spoken to. Yeah, I would, there's like some stats that like most artists don't get like their big break until they hit about like on average about 35 songs, and that's where we're at right now. Two Bed Two Bath made 34. Shocking Plot Twist was 35. Platonic Best Friend is 36. So we'll have 44 by the end of by the time this album is out, and that is generally like they say on average, like that's kind of where the average of bands kind of going from like small followings like the one that I have, where people will still come up to shows, but like we're not major players in our genre yet. So maybe it'll be this album. I'm there's no reason it can't be. I feel like I got all the momentum in the world. Album coming out the week of my birthday. Who knows? Maybe now's the time. I feel like I'm super behind on the chat because these things are things I said a while ago. Okay, I have to scroll back up because Katie got distracted making cornbread. Is there a favorite movie or TV show that you think any of your songs belong on the soundtrack of? I do remember, this was many years ago, but there was this Netflix show called Master of None that had a really cool soundtrack, and I was like, man, these songs were all like super indie songs, and I feel like Bug Hunter would sound really good on this soundtrack. But I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of TV shows. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad right now because I watched Better Call Saul. I have a lot of time packing things, rolling shirts, packing orders. Specifically, we got the Rough Draft Finals in this week, and so I had about several hours of signing vinyls, packing them up, and all that. So I watched a lot of Breaking Bad this week, and I got through season 4. It's so good. And yeah, I don't think Bug Hunter's a good fit for that universe. But I do. If I could be the theme song for My Brother and Me or McElroy product podcast, that'd be the dream. So. Ace of Nothing says, you have no clue how excited I am to hear both of the songs you played in Hollywood. Awesome. Glad to hear that. I believe one of the songs, it was actually the song that we announced. We've announced several titles for the new album. We're on day 7, I think, of naming titles. So if people haven't been checking our social media, first song on the album is called Not Like That. Second song is called 30 Plan. And then the next 3 are the 3 singles that we've had out. So Platonic Best Friend, Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost, and a Shocking Plot Twist. And then song number 6 is called A Bedtime Story, and song number 7 is called Alchemical Romance, which is one of my favorite titles for my songs. And I was very excited to share it because I know that people were going to get the connection. I have a song called Disco in the Panic Room, based off Panic at the Disco, and now we have a song called Alchemical Romance, and I've just been excited to tell people about that. So Ethan wants to know, with the help of Deep Blue Ink's animations of your songs, my kids are quickly becoming Bug Hunter fans. What song on your new album will most appeal to an 8 and 10-year-old? I don't know if I can top Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost with that animation. Like those two things combined, the fact that it's just like a song about ghosts and it has this like cartoon attached to it. you know, this nuanced kind of situational humor of Platonic Best Friend being a song about this is a song that you can send to somebody if you want to confess your feelings to them, and the song is itself a reference to itself being a song that you can send to somebody. It might be, I don't know how much, I mean, it is a deep Platonic animation, but I don't know how much that appeals to that demographic of a 10 and under. But I'm trying to think. I mean, shocking plot twist has dinosaurs. Spoilers. I'm trying to think. Oh, well, yeah. I don't want to spoil too much. There's several songs. I think there's actually no explicit songs on this new album, which is a first since Storm Between a Couple. I didn't mean to. I just didn't have a reason to swear on this album. So hopefully this will be one that y'all can listen through and not like the rough draft where you get to Boogie Pete and you're like, whoa, Nelly. Yeah, I'm way behind in the chat. Is the clock all right? Because I doubt this cute bug feels comfortable shaking upside down. Oh, yeah. My clock is not in a good state. It's the battery is dying and it doesn't have enough juice to make it past each little tick. So Shadow wants to know, was it any easier for Happiness to order the songs or find the album title than the others? Good question. The title was a little bit harder. In that from Dear McCracken, I knew that The Rough Draft was going to be the title of the album that I would eventually write. I knew I wanted an album called The Rough Draft, and so that was like, boom, done, easy. I knew I wanted Dear McCracken to be the first song, just to kind of like set that like precedent. Bigger Than Myself, as soon as I wrote Pebbles and finished the song, which the song was originally called Bigger Than Myself, and it was about something different. And then when I got to the end and realized kind of how I could fit that old title of this old song that I'd had for so many years as the last line of the song, and then writing it down and then being like, oh, yep, that's it. That's the name of the album. Very easy. And the order of Bigger Than Myself was also very easy in that I chose the order first and then I wrote the songs. So I had Take It Back, and I knew I wanted 4 songs before Take It Back and 4 songs after Take It Back. And I had a collection of ideas that would kind of roughly fit into different places. And so I was like, okay, I know the order of this. I need to write like 4 more songs in order to like make this work. With Happiness, I kind of started writing and just seeing like where my heart took me. And if you saw me last year, I was kind of playing a few different songs that didn't end up making this album just because I like those songs and they'll get released eventually. But this album started to take shape, I think, after I got back from the UK, and I wrote a few more songs. I wrote like 3 songs very quickly in like November, and I was like, okay, I think I know how this all kind of comes together. And then once it all came together, I was like, okay, well, the order has to be, this, because there's a narrative within the just like the album itself. So, anyways, okay, I think. What did I spoil? Cornfield says, can't believe Buck spoiled it. What did I spoil? I didn't mean to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. I know what I spoiled. Sorry. Pebbles is my fave. Pebbles is a masterpiece. Hey, thanks. That's really nice of you. Oh, good question, Monty. Do you find the launch of this album more stressful, given your explosion in popularity? It was a very kind phrase. Or less stressful, given it's the 5th time you've done this? Yeah, so the first 2 were very not stressful. So Surge of Confidence and Torn Between a Couple were not stressful at all, because I was just basically hitting the upload button on like online and just like, cool, all right, I did it, yay. Rough Draft was a little bit more because we had a Kickstarter behind it, and I, like, at the time I didn't know because they funded the Kickstarter because of Dear McCracken, and then I had 10 other songs that were nothing like Dear McCracken, and I was like, well, hope for the best. Bigger Than Myself was an even bigger Kickstarter, but it was very, very nerve-wracking because I knew that Bigger Than Myself was not as I don't know, maybe accessible is maybe the right word, as the rough draft, in that I think if the concept of the album didn't resonate with you, as a I think you listen to Pine Cones, you listen to Pebbles, Toddler with a Slingshot, those are a little more accessible, but if the conceit of Take It Back being this kind of pillar of an album, if that didn't resonate with you, the album itself as a whole wasn't going to be your favorite album. And so I just knew that going into it. I was like, this is for a certain group of people, and I'm okay with that. This one, I'm definitely nervous. I'm nervous in a way. Like, I think if I had never released Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost, and had not seen how popular it became, I think I'd be like sweating bullets right now, because it's like this album is such a swing, but it's a swing in that direction, which is like, I know that I've knocked that one out. It's Two Bed, Two Bath is a staple of our set list. Like, we play it at every show. We've closed with it at a few shows. It never fails to like get the crowd just super hyped. And so the fact that everybody responded to a made up story that I created gave me like, okay, I can do this. And not everything on this album has that structure, right? But I'm taking swings in that direction, and I think people are going to like it. And we played several of the songs on tour this year, and just had huge reactions to everything. So, yeah. Duh. Is holding your guitar at that angle uncomfortable? No, not really. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that this is a real guitar. It's not just like the Photoshop top of a guitar. Monty with the great questions today. I'm gonna do a song after this. Mars, think about what song you want. You mentioned McCracken isn't that similar to most of your other songs. Do you have trouble reconciling your most popular song being so different than most of what you wrote? Well, here's the thing. Our 4 most popular songs are Dear McCracken, Disco in the Panic Room, Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost, and Be Glad I Love You, in parentheses, Go to Bed. All 4 of these songs are incredibly different from each other, and so I have come to just recognize that we don't have like a sound. We don't have like a particular like type of song that people respond to. I think it's the variety that people really enjoy about Bug Hunter, kind of, and all of it tied together by the absolute monumental effort I put into the lyrics of all my songs, which I couldn't work for like a lyric writing company that has to be like, yeah, we're gonna do like 5 songs a day, let's do it. Like, I got 11 songs coming out in a week, and it's taken me 3 years to get everything in order. I've written more in that time, but in the sense of like, how often do I have like, this is ready, this is a Bug Hunter like song, and it's ready to go, to get 11 of those together, it takes a long time because I spend a lot of time on it. So that's the thing that kind of, I think, binds my discography together for people and makes people fans of Bug Hunter, rather than liking Dear McCracken and not liking anything else, or liking Disco in the Panic Room and not liking anything else, which I'm sure it happens, right? There's 10 million, however 6, 7, 8 million streams on Disco in the Panic Room, and 100,000 on Waving Goodbye, right? There are thousands of people who only like several songs, but I'm talking to y'all right now, y'all, which means that y'all like a little bit more than average. So Mars has given me free reign, so let's see if I think this would make Mars happy if I were to bomb one of my songs on a live stream. So I have not played or practiced this since the release almost 3 weeks ago. So let's see what happens. Harrison had a perfect life with a big backyard and a red meat diet. He was always on time and he never cried, didn't pose for boast or showboat. Even though Harrison had a perfect life, prayed every day, and he loved his wife. You could count on nothing ever going wrong for him until his wife left him for a vegetarian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a shocking plot twist. We've heard before he had it all, then lost it to an herbivore when the unexpected wrecks you at your best. Well, you may get up, but you can't make it make sense. But Harrison had great support. Friends helped him out through his divorce. They said, just get back on the horse. He said, I don't know what that means. So Harry got a hobby and bought a telescope. Took it to the top of the hill to be alone. When he saw a shooting star and made a little wish on it for hope. But then the news came on and said it was a comet headed straight for Earth. It was a shocking plot twist. All hope is lost, and from now on he'll not wish on giant rocks when the unexpected wrecks you once again. Well, you may get up, but you can't make it make sense. But instead of being shocked by the imminent apocalypse, he caught a little gossip around the office about a rocket ship, and all he had to do was forge a couple little documents to get a seat on the rescue ship. But when Harry snuck in to modify the manifest, he got caught by someone he did not expect, the pesky vegetarian, Harry's very nemesis from earlier in the song. It was a shocking plot twist. Oh. So Harry hit the body and he headed straight home. His final meal eaten and his baggage all stowed. Tomorrow he was leaving and Harrison was raring to go. But then he accidentally set his alarm for PM instead of AM. So the rocket ship took off without him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was a shocking plot twist. Left on the ground, he had it all and got kicked. Well, he was down when the unexpected wrecks your last defense. Well, you may get up, but you can't make it make sense. So Harrison watched the rocket ship fly away while a single tear rolled down his cheek and hit the ground 12 feet below. His cute neighbor with the weird neck came over and said, I can't believe we're going to experience the first comet-based mass extinction event in our planet's history. She said, what position do you want to be found in? By the humans in 65 million years, that's right. This whole time, Harrison was a dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a shocking plot twist. He was a T-Rex and you all never saw this coming, I bet. But the unexpected Rex is hard to guess. When you make it up and you make it make no sense. So Harrison, he died that day. Then we dug him up and put him on display. The scientist could not explain why he was hugging a brontosaurus. So there's just one thing left to twist our prehistoric biases. If you assume someone's like you, be warned. They might actually be a dinosaur. Thanks, everybody. R.I.P. Harrison. Anyways, That's a song called Shocking Plot Twist, and it's a pretty recent song. If you've never heard that song before, I'm gonna guess you were surprised by that. Captain Barra says, "I really love how the song is just building up to the unexpected Rex." Yeah, that was a second pass ad to the song. I think the first versions I showed off didn't have that little Easter egg in it in the chorus. When the unexpected wrecks you at your best, and the unexpected wrecks you once again, that kind of thing. And I was like, you know what? This, like, I know that this is a novelty song. So if I'm gonna do a novelty song, I'm going to make it a Bug Hunter novelty song, and I'm gonna make it as good as I possibly can. But basically I was like, I'm going to make it so that you have to listen to the song again. So Lizzie Smith asks, was Harrison's final meal the vegetarian? Yes, that's another one of my favorite jokes in the song. That was almost basically the last thing that I added to the song. I think, like I mentioned, I had kind of rewritten that verse, and so the old version didn't have this confrontation with the vegetarian again. It was just that he could forge some documents and then he missed the rocket ship, but it just wasn't dynamic or interesting enough. And so I was like, I'm gonna do something, and I put in that little part that it wasn't in the original draft. So canonically, yes, when Harry hides the body and headed straight home, his final meal eaten and his baggage all stowed, that does mean that he ate the vegetarian, and now all of his baggage was stowed. Anyways. Cool. Why don't we do another little bit of cozy Q&A? Even check the time, see where we're at, because my clock is worthless. It's about as good as worthless junk at the moment. If you have any more questions, y'all had some really good questions in that last little section, so if you got any more, you might have used them all up. I understand. David wants to know, do you have any personal preferences or behaviors that you make snap personality adjustments about? Like, everyone who likes Bug Hunter is a cool person. I mean, everybody has those. That's how our brains are wired. That's what is a shortcut and causes us so many issues. But I don't know, none that come to mind. What I can say, and this is objective, not subjective. People who come to Bug Hunter shows are genuinely, and this is the reason that we can do this. So if you've never been to a Bug Hunter show, we tour with the core team that basically does every show. At least this year has been me, my dad, and Matt from Narcissist Cookbook. It's just the three of us. We show up to a venue and we put on a show for sometimes up to 250 people. And the reason that we can do that is because all of you are so polite and so kind. If 1% of you, if 1, 2, 3% of you were to be troublemakers, we couldn't do what we're doing, because we'd have to have security, and like we'd have to have like more staff in order to like, do this. And I know that we do run a bare bones kind of crew, and that's not perfect. We definitely have people who have like said in feedback that like, oh, I really could have used help with this, and there was really nobody to help me. And we work really hard to kind of address those things. But the fact that y'all come to shows, you don't get rowdy, you are polite, you line up in lines that have no drama, and you clean up after yourselves, so we don't have to spend an hour. There was a venue in Philadelphia that gave popcorn to everybody, and they said that they have never had an event where they didn't have to go and clean up popcorn off the ground, because y'all just like picked it up. Y'all just predicted. So I can make a snap judgment because this is just based off actual data. The Bug Hunter and Narcissist Cookbook fans are the kindest people and allow us to do what we're doing, because y'all are so easy to hang out with. Monty wants to know, you said you've had this album in final form for months. Do you already have candidate songs you know 100% will be on Bug Hunter album number 5? I'm going to do one thing really quickly because I can reach 61 people right now. I'm going to hijack that question for a second, then I will answer it. So it made me think of how presumably down the line there will be another Bug Hunter album. I'm not calling it quits after this one. But there's this thing that people do, and if I can get the 60 of you to not do it when this album comes out, that would make me so happy, because somebody will do it, and it always makes me so sad. We've been working on this album for a very long time, actively since January. Obviously I was writing it last year and writing it off and on for the past 3 years, but sometimes people do this thing when I release an album, and they will, like the day it comes out, say, I really love it, can't wait to hear what's next. And I'm just like, can you please enjoy this album for like 20 minutes before you already start talking about the next thing? And you didn't do this, Monty. You are asking a totally reasonable question. But if I could stop just 60 more people from doing this thing where they say, good job, I think the next thing is going to be great. It's like, I worked really hard on this. Can you please, how about great job, I love this, and then 3 months later be like, still listening to it, still love it. That's the thing that I would love. So just taking that soapbox moment. Do I already have candidate songs that 100% will be on the next album? Not 100%, because if the album turns into some kind of crazy themed thing, nothing is safe. But we did record more songs than we are putting on this album. So we have songs in the bank. Just gonna wait their turn to see the light of day. Let these 11 songs have their time to shine in this format, in this story that I'm telling. And then later on down the line, we'll kind of see where I'm at with what I've written in between now and then. But I have some very good songs. I was listing off some songs. Basically, whenever I list off the songs that are still in the bank and not on this album, me and my dad are just like, that's crazy that I have these songs that aren't on this next album. So, anyways. Is there a recurring theme or major topic running through all the songs in your upcoming album? Was there something in particular that inspired it? So what you're asking is, do you think that I found a way to somehow connect a song about my neighbor having a ghost wife, and a song about dinosaurs, and a song about being in love with your best friend? If you think that I can pull that off, then the answer is yes. Anyways. Sorry, the chat skipped, so now I have to start reading from the top again. Oh yeah, no, Monty says, I thought for a second I committed a massive social faux pas. No, this was nothing you did. Your question was really good. It made me think of how there will be a next thing, and I'm looking forward to people not telling me that they're excited for it on the day this one releases. Yeah, Kendall Farkas puts it, just be grateful. Thank you. That's what I want to say. Yeah, I don't know how streamers do it, like the people who have to put out YouTube content weekly or daily, or else their audience, their algorithm crashes. I couldn't do it. I'm so glad that music has a little bit of staying power. in that you can have a song like Jim McCracken. Jim McCracken's over 6 years old, and hell, if people aren't gonna go nuts for it when I play it at a show. So yeah, I'm very fortunate that music does have that kind of longevity where people still get excited about it, even though it's been around for a while. David says, loved your answer to the last question. Can't wait to see what you answer next. That's really funny, David. I would expect nothing less from you. Okay. Do we wrap it up here with a final song? I think we do. Mars, give me a song to play. Your decision. Don't let me choose this time. Happy birthday, Mars. Thank you so much for everything you do in the Bug Hunter community. It would be Dragon Tribe Best Mashup. I'm mad because I'm gonna try and do it, but I don't know if I can. Because it's your birthday. They're not in the same key at all. Oh wait, hold on. This is gonna be one of two things. I don't know which one I'm gonna start with. Let me think. Okay. I'm not even gonna think longer than this. This is what I'm gonna do. Well, I met you years ago, but suddenly you're something else to me. Your eyes are big, your legs are short, so short and sweet, but I can see I lust for you, and you humor me. And passion can't hold still if I'm laughing. One of these days it'll happen. Yeah, give me a chance and I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I overanalyze, I'm certain I see signs in everything, but half the fun is deconstructing what you say to what you mean. I lust for you, and you humor me. None of our friends will know, we'll keep it private, leave no trace or sign. The subtle linger in our hug will be the start of our demise. I wink at you, and you roll your eyes. Passion can't hold still if I'm laughing. One of these days it'll happen. Yeah, give me a chance and I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. I'm not devout, no, I am not a very pious man, but I've spent more time in churches than I have in science labs, and I've not seen a sermon move a room like you when you were at your best. And I can't write a song to match the hymns they sing, but nonetheless, if you let me try, and I'm diving right in it, I am swimming just to make a big splash. Little fish in big pond, little bird in bird bath. I can puff out my chest as I float on my back. I am buoyant, I guess, when I learn to relax. If I'm gonna speak up, then I better impress. Make my diaphragm grow and my vocal cords stretch, and my voice will get hoarse, and my story will spread like a ponytail told off the top of my head. Passion can't hold still if I'm laughing. One of these days it'll happen. Yeah, give me a chance and I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Okay, so they were in the same key, but they weren't really in the same melody. That's all right. That's from Mars. Happy birthday. You are awesome. Thank you for everything you do in the in the bug hunter world. Even if it is making me have to come up with that on the fly. Cool. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Was this the last live stream before the album? Oh, I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably be able to hop on. It may be an off time live stream. My birthday's on Saturday. Not sure exactly what Sunday's gonna look like. So, what we are gonna do the listen alongs. So Monday night should be Torn Between a Couple. Tuesday should be the Rough Draft. Wednesday should be Bigger Than Myself. And then Thursday is gonna be the album ahead of release. So anyways. So yeah, pay attention. We're gonna be posting. We're gonna be talking about it. We'll do another song title reveal tomorrow for song track 8 on the album. So there's 4 more to go. 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm very excited. Oh yeah, is there a lyric card for today? I don't know. Did anyone buy it yet? There is a lyric card every day because it's a lyric postcard of the day. But let's see if it's actually still available. I'm gonna just go to my own website and just see if it's around. I think we're on the second to last day. Yeah, it's still remaining. So we got Platonic Best Friend. Bada boom. It's a lot of pills to swallow. Here's some water if you need. You can wash away the offer, but this song is coming clean. Only one person gets it today, and so if you want one of the Platonic cards before Platonic goes back into the regular rotation, I've been doing one every day for like the last week as their newest song. But once we end this week, it'll be once every 46 days because that's how many songs, including Swallowing Gum in the Chase. So, anyways, cool. Anyways, join our Discord. It's a good Discord. Mars is in there, so it has to be a good Discord. Yeah, keep an eye out. Lots of news, lots of new music coming out. I'm excited. Hope you all are excited too. Nervous. I'm excited. There's a lot going on. Thank you all for being so supportive of me. This is a big week in my world, so I appreciate y'all having my back and being so excited for me. So, cool. I'll talk to you in the Discord, and I'll probably see you on a stream here pretty soon. So, have a great rest of your night.